This podcast is brought to you by ONNIT. Go to ONNIT.com and look at the great selection of supplements. If you find something you like, press in code Joey and get 10% off delivered right to your house. What's happened, you bad motherfuckers? It's Wednesday, February the 23rd. The Joint is brought to you. One of my fucking favorites, Liquid IV. Listen, I know you're thinking about getting that summer body ready for beach season, but make sure you got a little Liquid IV in that gym bag. I gotta be honest with you, they've been my sponsor for a couple months. I didn't really know what Liquid IV brought to the table till I got COVID, and now I am hooked. One stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates faster than water alone or anything else. It's made with premium ingredients. Liquid IV is vegan, non-GMO, and free of gluten, dairy, and soy. And they're supporting frontline workers. Over 19 million servings donated so far. But listen, Liquid IV is tremendous. Whether it's the passion fruit, the cherry, the acai, it comes in 3 different formulas: energy, immune, and the regular, and I like all of them. Immune, I drank the hell out of when I had the COVID, and it was tremendous. So if you're looking to hydrate and you're looking to get your body in tip-top magoo, just for the Joint listeners, get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Joey. If you go to one of the supermarkets, you're going to be paying a lot. I'm going to get you 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use promo code Joey at checkout. You're going to love it. Start off with the grape or the cherry. That's 25% off anything you order when you order promo code Joey at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration today at liquidiv.com. The Joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. Listen, how many times do I gotta tell you about CBD Lion? It's the best. I'm on the tinctures and I sleep like a fucking baby. And when I need to sleep, I'll pop a couple of those CBD gummies. Oh my God, the tropical fruit ones with the melatonin in them. You'll sleep like a when the alarm goes off, you'll be thinking you're in fucking Mars. CBD Lion, the best CBD on the market. Go to cbdlion.com right now. Read, learn about CBD, CBN, CBY. Press Joey, Joint, the Church, and get 20% off on the best CBD on the market today. Go to cbdlion.com and press Joey and get 20% off delivered right to your motherfucking house. And the Joint is also brought to you by ExpressVPN. You've heard me talk about how important it is to have VPN to protect your online privacy. But choosing a VPN you trust is equally as important. Now, you know Uncle Joey only recommends what I fucking believe in. I can say with full confidence that ExpressVPN is the number one on the market. Here's why. ExpressVPN doesn't log your activity online. Lots of cheap VPNs sell your data to advertisers, but not ExpressVPN. It's faster than ever, stream in HD with zero buffering, and it's simple. You don't need any technical skills. If I could do it, you could do it. And it's not just for me saying this. Business Insider, The Verge, and others rate ExpressVPN the number one VPN in the world. I'm telling you, if you want to look for creepy things, this is the way to go. So protect yourself with the VPN that I use and trust. ExpressVPN.com/Joey today and get an extra 3 months for free on the 1-year package. That's ExpressVPN.com/Joey. Again, ExpressVPN.com/Joey to learn more. And now, without further ado, the Joint is coming at you tip-top magoo.
Hey, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah, Joey's in the back.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Welcome to the joint. Wednesday, the 23rd of motherfucking February. It's been a great week so far. Yesterday, fucking Monday, it was like 60 fucking degrees. Yesterday it was like 60 degrees. It rained. So it's fucking springtime in New Jersey. But don't get your fucking, don't put your winter jackets away yet, cocksuckers. But anyway, I'm good. It's been a great fucking week so far. A lot of yous watched that. I know a lot of you saw the video that fucking Lee posted on Saturday for my birthday. Great job. Great video. I got to tell you something. That video even shocked the fuck out of me. It really did. Lee looked like $1,000,000 fucking bucks. I have not seen him since we left LA. I'm going to see him in 3 weeks, and I'm really fucking excited to see him. We're going to get together on a Sunday. Mike's going to come up. We'll get some Chinese food. You know, he'll come in like Friday night. I'll do something with him Saturday. You know, he doesn't want to do much, Lee, but it's amazing how, one, I miss him, and number two, I'm really fucking proud of him. And guys, I always knew it. You know, I tell you guys a big fucking lie. I go, listen, when I got into comedy, I didn't want to be on TV or any of that stuff. I didn't. But I got to tell you something. The only thing that made me stay there was my belief. I had a fucking strange belief that something could happen if I told my story, and it did. I was correct. But at the same time, I had a weird feeling about Lee. I knew Lee was going to do great things. It was just to get out of that fucking... We were just caught in a fucking continuing hole. And it was brought on by ourselves. Now that I think about it, I see, you know, what we put into the church. But listen, what I put into the church and what I put into the joint is two different energies. The church, we didn't know what we were going with it. We didn't know what we wanted to do. And it became bigger than we knew what to do with it. Like I think now how big numbers were compared to the show now. And listen, I'm not upset by it at all. We all have to evolve. People move on. You know, Howard Stern wasn't going to be the king of the airways forever. That proved, you know, now it's Joe Rogan. You know, he's the king of the fucking airways. But I always understood the evolution of it. But I knew I wasn't giving up. I knew I wasn't stopping. I'll tell you one thing now. Now I feel that whatever we were going through the last 2 years is over with. So now it's time to fucking go for it. You know, we've all been pretty, we've accepted things the last 2 years, and nobody has accepted things more than I have. And guess what? I don't like what I accepted. I really don't. I accepted a lot of mediocrity, and it was the best I could do at the time. And, you know, my 50% is better than some people's 100%, but my mind wasn't right, and all that's behind us now. So now I'm on a fucking mission to be as good as I could be. You know, I don't know what the future's going to bring. I don't know. But I do know I'm happy. I do know that I'm enjoying my time here. I know that there's a lot going on in the world, and I don't give a fuck about it no more. Like, it's just, I'm concerned with you guys, my Patreon, my house, my wife, my kids, and that's it. That's it. Mike, his family, the people that are close to me. You know, you can't help everybody. I'm not in a big forum anymore like I used to be in California. I'm in fucking New Jersey, in a little fucking hellhole, and guess what? I'm enjoying it. So this week, after I saw that video for Lee, I just said, you know what, man? It was funny how many people said happy birthday to me, and I appreciate all the well wishes and the happy birthdays, but I got to tell you something. I got just as many messages for my birthday as I did about Lee. People were like, we cannot believe how good he looks. We cannot believe the twinkle in his eye is back, you know. And I lost my twinkle in my eye, too. I saw some of those old church videos, and yeah, we were having fun, and we were laughing, but I tell you what, the twinkle in my eye was gone. I was burnt out, and it's okay to be burnt out. And the hard thing about being burnt out is acknowledging it. Acknowledging it is everything. You never really know when you're in it, you know, but all that's behind us now. You know, I'm happy that you guys are still on board, watching us. Some people have moved on. I wish them all well. But we're making a fucking strong comeback here, you know, and hopefully in a while we get a fucking, like, I stopped looking like during the pandemic, but now I'm back on it. I'm really interested in a small studio. We could fucking smoke up and yell and scream and tell people to suck my cock and have people banging on the door. Stop smoking weed. I miss all that shit. That I do miss. And we'll figure it out. But for right now, man, I got you. We had to bust out a Zoom this week. I know you guys aren't big on the Zooms, but I had to bust one out. And we're going to bust one out the next couple podcasts because Uncle Joey can't do all this fucking talking on himself. I can't. Until we get something going here, I just can't. But today I bring you the beauty of Mr. Lee Syatt. Enjoy, cocksuckers.
Check 1, 2. Welcome to Uncle Joey's Joint.
What's up, you bad motherfucker? Look at you.
How's it going, buddy?
You're deteriorating to nothing and shit. You think you're funny with that fucking video? The hummus got you, huh?
Oh, it was too much. You're not supposed to eat a spoonful of hummus.
That
doesn't make the medicine go down.
That fucking spicy hummus tastes like a Hindu's fucking toes. After he fucking runs 2 miles in fucking India with the COVID invest, with the fucking COVID egg, God knows what else, hummus. When was the last time you ate hummus before that?
Too long, almost like a little bit every once in a while, but
and the flies stopped attacking you. You see that? You have no flies around you anymore. They were trying to say there was a fly on your neck, but I was like, these motherfuckers.
I think it was. I think it must have been you. There haven't been a fly since I left LA.
Don't blame me. It's the hummus, like I told you. When you eat hummus, it comes out of your fucking pores as shit. What do flies like the most? Shit.
Oh,
you ever see a piece of shit? Take a piece of shit. How long till the fly lands on it? Fucking 2 seconds? And then he whistles for his fucking friends and his family, and they all attack that piece of shit till they get down to the fucking granola bit.
I forgot you used to like have flies as pets and like do science experiments on flies.
Now flies don't even come around me because you're not around. See, they knew I was related to you by fucking proxy, even though you didn't suck my dick and I didn't suck yours. But
thank God
they fucking. I don't even see a fucking fly no more. I was thinking about that. I found the can the other day, my little fly paradise.
You took that home? You took that to New Jersey? You brought that?
Yeah, I worked hard on that little fucking fly getaway and shit. That's my little fly getaway. I had a pond in there, some THC deposits and shit. I had a fucking room where they could just hang themselves, like a little rope and shit. Like it got too much. The THC got too much.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
What are you down now, Tarzan?
144.
Jesus Christ. And what are you going for?
I want to get down to 150, so that's another 40 pounds.
And how much walking are you still doing?
4 times a week. I do about at least 3 miles.
No shit. How long does it take you?
Right now, 45 minutes to an hour. It's really not that bad. I do it on the walk with my Patreon. We just talk, and it's I actually like walking now. I'm never gonna be a hiker or like a huge working out person, but a little walk it clears my mind. It's fun. That's why I like the city more. I like being able to I'm gonna go walk to the store now. In LA, you're walking and looking at dirt and homeless people. It's boring.
It's funny because you used to always say that the reason why you put on so much weight in LA was, beside the edibles, the weed, the hummus, the fucking, the cheese-covered fries and shit. What really got you was the not walking. And I just came on a couple months, I went back to jiu-jitsu, and I noticed that my cardio was shit again. And, you lift weights, you do kettlebells, you try to do everything you can. I don't even know what cardio is. And then I started reading. When I joined jiu-jitsu, and then I got the COVID, I started reading those days I had the COVID. And ever since, the last week of December, I've been walking on a treadmill. Mm-hmm. And it's so weird how you find out a lot about yourself, because I never looked at walking as anything big. I did it for fucking years in New York, walked from Port Authority to 150. That's 40 fucking blocks. Right,
that's a long fucking...
That's a long... And I used to do that all the time. I was a big-time walker. But I realized when I started walking again... And Lee, do you have a Whoop watch?
I don't.
You gotta get a fucking Whoop watch.
Okay.
For whatever it is a month, $30 a month, whatever. I got to tell you, man, I'm learning more about myself every fucking day. And every day it's a challenge. Like, you have to beat the record from yesterday.
And that's the one that tracks your workout, your sleep, it tracks everything.
Tracks your workout, your sleep, which your sleep is important. It works on your fucking vitals, your oxygen, your heart rate. For me, being a fucking old goat, I like it, and it works. I've never thought that when I got it, it was a friend referred it to me at jiu-jitsu. And I got to tell you, man, you learn a lot. Like, I think I'm working out hard, but you ain't doing shit. Like,
right.
You're like, and then you go home and put the watch on, and you're like, fuck, 4.4. What the fuck? And they'll tell you, you went to lift, but you did more cardio-based stuff. So get back to lifting, and it just really, I like to sleep on it. Like, now I'm learning to fucking go to bed early. Because they'll tell you, go to bed at 11:13 and wake up at 7:48. They'll tell you.
Right.
They'll tell you what you need, what your body needs, water. It's fucking pretty intense. But, man, I almost got as much as, I swear to God, Lee, and this is why I called you yesterday. I said, I got as many happy birthdays as I got, did you see Lee? My Facebook had about 20 messages, and 10 of them were really happy for Lee. And now I heard you got a podcast with the girlfriend. It's funny.
Oh, yeah, we did an episode about going to Philly to eat. But I appreciate it, man. It's you were always in a nice way on me about working out, eating right, and I wish I had an answer to this, but I honestly feel like every person just has to be there, because I just wasn't ready, I guess, because it's just I've been on it for 14 months, and I'm not doing really anything that's special. Honestly, the walking is the working out I do. I threw my back out doing kettlebells, and I don't do that anymore. And I have regular meals. It's just this is the lightest I've been probably since high school. And I like it. I'm down to a 36 now. I was over a 50-inch waist when I left LA. I stopped at a Walmart in Arkansas, or wherever the head of Walmart is, and I had to buy the biggest jeans they had, and they barely fit. And now I'm down to a 36, and like even Steve Simone and Jimmy Schubert, they took me walking when we were still in LA during COVID. We went walking a couple times a week. I had to sit down on the street. I hated it. Just little changes, man. I mean, look at you. I just, like I told you yesterday, I just watched the Sopranos movie. You were so much bigger back then. You lost a ton of weight too, I bet.
It looks like I lost weight, but it's deceiving. I'm putting on weight as we fucking speak. I've gained like 10 pounds since the COVID.
Is it muscle, do you think?
I don't have a muscle in my fucking body. I'm an old fucking geezer, but I don't know what it is. I've been eating the edibles again, and some of them, like all the Delta 8s have that sugar on them and shit. Sugar's my fucking enemy. I mean, sugar's everybody's enemy. Between the inflammation and the weight, I could eat 22 fucking pork chops and not gain as much weight as if I eat one fucking donut.
That's what fucked me over.
It's ridiculous. Like the sugar levels, and I avoid it as much as you can, but let's face it, everything's got sugar in it. You avoid going out to eat a lot, but you still got to break down and go out to eat sometimes. When you go out to eat, you got to look at the menu and say, I look at my meat intake a lot. I really take a look at my meat intake, and we all, as young men, people who watch this podcast, we're all fucking big-time meat eaters. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I fucking couldn't imagine a life without a fucking steak. I love steak. Everybody loves steak. But for me, I eat any meat after like 6 o'clock at night. It's a fucking nightmare for me.
What happened?
And who eats a steak at 10 lunchtime, I don't know. It just, I got to watch my meat intake. And you'll see, guys, I went to a friend of mine, I don't mean to insult him, heavy set dude, great guy, one of my best friends in Jersey, keeps sending me to, and this is, I want to tell people this, he sent me to the Marlboro Diner for the hash brown skillet. How good does that sound? A hash brown fucking skillet sounds.
Does it have like eggs on top and stuff? Eggs and bacon?
Dog, it's got eggs, hash browns till you can't eat them no more. And it's ham, bacon, and what's the other breakfast thing people eat? So
Sausage?
Sausage, ham breakfast sausage. They put the 3 eggs on top, and then they cover it all with fucking cheese. Now, if we're smoking dope and we're talking, it's a great thing. Wow, you could get that. You know, there's a bagel place, Bagel World on the 520. I fucking love them. That whole mall is gold. They got Playa Bowl, which is like coconut milk instead of acai bowl on the bottom with granola and shit. They got red tomato pie, the tomato pizza over there that's delicious. They got a chicken place that's delicious, but the place I like the most over there, they got a 7 Seas Chinese restaurant that's fucking tremendous. But Bagel World has a sandwich. Lee, you can't even fucking finish it. It's got 2 eggs, cheese, a hash brown, sausage, bacon, ham, and something else for the fucking Jews. You know, and it's like this. So I looked at it, and I asked the guy, I go, you sell a lot of these? He goes, dog, a ton of them. And I didn't even get the words out of my mouth. A woman ordered 2 of them. And then she was eating one of them. Like, she wasn't even chubby or nothing. She was just a regular woman, a workout chick, but she ate the whole fucking thing. You know, and when you look at those dishes, when you're 22, 28, 31, when you smoke dope, those dishes are really attractive. But I went down there, and I ate that thing, and I had fucking diarrhea. And it was good. But it's a fat man dish. It was so good, it overwhelmed me. Like, the meat was good, the ham was good, everything was good. I only ate half of it. But it was so overwhelming. I had to run home, and fucking my asshole blew up. I heard noises and bones hitting the fucking toilet. I would have destroyed the fucking my tushy. But it was so weird how I go, it was good. It was really good. If you're 22, 31, 29, and you're hungover, you got your dick sucks, he sucked all the cum out of your dick, you need some food. But it wasn't for me at 58. Like, it just wasn't for me.
I have you in my head, man, because like I got to be honest, the last month or so, I've been sort of going back and forth. I fucked up in December. I took like Christmas off, and I gained 14 pounds in 14 days, and I lost it all. I got back on the thing, but I have you in my head where in LA when I used to eat that shit, you used to tell me like, hey man, if you're gonna eat Chinese, wait till you go back to Boston. If you're gonna go eat this, like have it be worth it.
Have it be worth it.
And that's the way because like even with steak, like you're just talking about steak. I had steak the other night, but I could have, and I know you have chicken breast with Weight Watchers. A chicken breast is a few hundred calories. A steak the same size is almost 1,000 calories. It's like, is it really? Yeah, I like a steak, but is it really worth it? Should I? And that's why I know you give me shit about the ground turkey. I have it. I want to lose this last 40 pounds, and then see what I can do because that's gonna. I've never been able to keep it off.
Lee, you lose 40 more pounds, you're like a fucking AIDS/cancer victim. Without
so I'm supposed to be.
All you need to do is shave your eyebrows, and people be giving you free meals and bells and whistles and fucking. You can run in a race and shit.
I'll take a trip to Disney World. I don't care.
Drop 20 and see how you feel. Drop 20 more and see how you feel, because you're getting too fucking skinny.
Yeah, I'm 190 right now. I haven't been under 200 in a long goddamn time.
Since you were a baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I was in a diaper at 190.
It's like the honeymooners when Ralph goes, Norton, did you send any pictures of me when I weighed 300 pounds? And he goes, no, I never did see any of your baby pictures.
Oh. That's a great fucking joke. Yeah, no, it was true, dude. I was huge at the end. I just couldn't stop. And I still have it in me. Like I saw in December when I took that break, I have to really be strict with myself because I can't, if I have a cheat day or let myself go off the tracks, I still have it. I can still eat like I used to eat.
Listen, we're fucking human, man. We're humanly. And I got to be honest with you, so you don't feel too bad about yourself. Fucking, I was great last year. I really was. I did as good as a job as I could. I watched my weight. I watched what I ate. Fucking, I had COVID, Lee, and I don't know what happened, and people are going to laugh at me when they hear this story. My daughter had a box of fucking candy upstairs. When I tell you it's a box, guys, I got no reason to lie to you. She had a crate.
From Halloween?
From Halloween. We had to break it up and get rid of it. And I don't know if it was my wife bought too much candy. I think my wife bought too much candy. But it was just stacks of fucking what's that shit?
Reese's?
Baby Root,
Oh, baby. Okay.
Reese's, fucking Three Musketeers, $100,000 bar. The licorice, what's it called? The red one, the cherry.
Twizzler?
Twizzler, the little packs.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking little peanut butter cups. I would go upstairs when I had the COVID and fill my pouch of my hooded sweatshirt with fucking, and I couldn't, that's never been me. Like, it hasn't been me since I was, 20. Every once in a while, I go off the deep end. Lee, if I tell you that was from the 23rd of fucking December every night till, like, the 2nd of January. I couldn't stop. I couldn't fucking stop. About midnight, I'd have to go upstairs. I'd just fill my pot. And I was picky, too. Like, 5 Babe Ruths, I would fucking devour. Oh, she had those malt balls.
Oh, the Whoppers? Fuck
Whoppers.
yeah.
God damn. So I went through the same thing you went through. And I ballooned from the sugar. It wasn't even I was eating ice cream or donuts. Nothing. Listen, Lee, Entenmann's is done.
Really?
Fucking Dunkin' Donuts is done. I mean,
Dunkin' Donuts does suck,
why would I
yeah.
go get a fucking donut if it tastes like ass? If it's dry, Dunkin' Donuts is done. Fucking Entenmann's donut. My wife just bought it a couple weeks ago for the kids. They were gonna come over, so she got the 3-pack, the chocolate, the cinnamon, and the white. When I opened it up, it was so skinny. The donut.
Yeah.
It looked like Tony Bondi's dick. Tony Bondi's dick, the dude on Club 38. That had the long dick, but it was skinny, like real skinny, like somebody pulled on it for an hour. His brothers pulled on it. That's what the donut looked like. When I was a kid, those donuts were thick. And I got to be honest with you, I broke a half of the chocolate, and I took a bite of fucking Entenmann's, my favorite. When I was 21, my goal was to fuck the Entenmann's building, like to drill a hole in it and fuck the building and then eat it to death because I fucking loved it.
I don't blame you, dude.
I fucking loved it. And now I can't touch one of those fucking things. I mean, the coffee cake is still God.
Yeah, coffee
Don't get
cake.
me wrong.
Dude, candy, when I was going, why do you think I went to the fourth wall every night? Because it was next to 7-Eleven, and I would get 2 chocolate things and 2 gummy things towards the end. It was 3,000 calories a night just in candy. It's just, that's the one thing I miss. My treat now are caramel rice cakes. I eat the fuck out of caramel rice cakes. I eat 7 at a time.
Oh, your shit must just land in the toilet and stand up straight like a fucking skyrise and shit.
And now I know why you shit. I mean, I know you weren't eating rice cakes, but now that I eat healthy, I'm having the big. I like when it comes out of the water, it goes all the way in the hole and then comes out of the water. I'm having some good ones now.
The best is when you go to wipe your ass and your knuckles hit the shit. That's when you know you're putting some fucking inches on that fucking toilet. You know what I'm saying?
I've never had that happen.
Oh my God. Once a month I reach down and I get a little shit on my knuckles. I gotta get up, wash one hand like a fucking leper. I gotta wash one hand and put cologne on the finger.
I was gonna ask you if you washed it. I thought you might go to your friend or go to Mike and be like, "Hey, smell this."
No, I'm too old.
If I was there, you would
smell this. If an old guy comes up to you and says, "Smell this," you could throw him in jail now. You know what I'm saying? You can put him in jail. Some old guy came up to me and said, "Smell this." What the fuck? You know, they could just throw you in fucking jail now. So you can't tell nobody to smell. Pull my finger. They'll throw you in fucking jail now if you tell somebody to pull my finger. Like some young girl in the old days, you're like, "Hey, pull my finger." You're going to jail for 2 fucking years.
You don't do that to Mercy? You don't fart on Mercy?
I'd let her pull my finger from time to time. I'll blow a fart and ask her if she smelled it, and she'll say no. You know.
Oh, that's hysterical. It's amazing how big she is, dude. I talked to her on her birthday. She's like a little adult now.
Dog, it's a different fucking animal, okay?
That's so awesome.
People are like, "Dog, you're more calm. You're more quiet." No, I'm more in shock. I'm walking around in shock. I'm walking for a building to hit me because I know she's a year away from her hormones starting. And I know that, I mean, she's already like 9 going on 13. She's very mature and shit. I'm having a great time with her. Listen,
I was going to say,
don't give a fuck about anything right now. I am having a very, very, very good time with her. And we talk at night. I talked to her yesterday. Last night I took her to kickboxing on the way back. She's like, "Dad, I don't want to stay home. Fucking mom's got me all bored and shit." I said, "Fuck it. We'll hit the 6 o'clock pizza party at Carlos." So I took her over to Carlos. We had a good time with her friends. You know, it's I'm talking to her more. She still don't know anything about the reefer.
No, really?
No, she doesn't know anything.
She's not on YouTube all day? I thought the kids were on
No.
YouTube all day.
No,
Thank God.
no. Her mother fixed all the computers and shit, so she could only see like videos of Gone with the Wind and shit like that. So fucking, I don't need some fucking Magumba looking motherfucker with a big dick showing her a big dick or nothing. I gotta, listen, man, it's so weird how you expect something from your children, but you also want to protect your children. I want my daughter to be street savvy, but I also, for right now, I got her a little fucking shaded just because she don't need that in her life. She don't need to know about this or that. It doesn't have nothing to do with what she's going for. Her goal right now is to giggle, and what do girls do? They want to have fun. And I've accepted it. When I was 21, I didn't want no bitches to have fun. Fuck you having fun on my dime, you know what I'm saying? But now when I have a daughter and she's fucking 9 going on 10, girls just want to have fun. What am I going to do?
Yeah,
Some of them
she's
are
going to have
hoes,
plenty of
some
that
them are
later
fucking-
on.
Yeah, she's going to have plenty of it. She's having the best life I could give her right now. She's got a ton of friends. Last night she said to me, I don't know if I want to go to kickboxing. I go, Mercy, what are your options? There's no school. You're going to sit here like a fucking dunce? What are your options? She goes, all right. 2 minutes in the school. She's giggling. She's flirting with the boys. She knows a lot of the boys there, and she throws them around. It's fucking hysterical. She throws them around, then she looks at me and giggles and winks at me like she's got a great fucking hip throw over there. So, listen.
Do you still let her kick you in the leg?
Yeah, from time to time I let her work the leg with the little. She got new fucking shin guards, a little harder. So I gotta be careful. They're the hard plastic ones, like the one I got. So she hits a little harder, but it's been a fucking experience. Lee, you look at LA worked out the way it was supposed to. We did everything we can, and we ended at the right time. We got off the air at the right time. I think that you were ready for something new. I was ready for something new, and the timing was perfect. At the time, it didn't sound good. It was like, what the fuck are we going to do with our lives? But it all worked out. I got to be honest with you, now that I've spoken to like 5 or 6 people the last week, and I can tell that they're moving forward. Like, people have started moving forward. Whatever things they wanted to do with their business or with their lives, COVID put it on hold. They're moving forward with it now. That's it. The country's been 75% infected. What time to move on? You want to walk around with a mask? Go ahead. I also got a fucking a doo-wop album you can fucking listen to. You know what I'm saying? That's like 50 years ago right now. That fucking walking around with a mask, listen, take it off. That was 20 years ago. That's what it feels like right now. It was 20 fucking years ago. Let's move forward. It's a fucking glorified cold. It's a glorified cold. This will force you to take vitamins. This will force you to eat better. This will force you to get that 1 hour of sleep. And this is what this break has been for. To look at your life, get healthy. We took a 2-year fucking break. Now I'm ready to sling dick again. If you're a hooker, for 2 years, you've been like, taking care of your pussy, painting it, spraying it, putting CBD all in there. It's time to suck dick again and let loose. We're going to sink that man in the fucking boat. And that's it. We're going straight to the fucking world ends now. You told me something a couple weeks ago that reminded me. You were like, I don't know nothing about nothing. All I know is in all my time in LA, you were the hardest fucking working guy there. And it was funny because you were a felon and a fucking piece of shit. And it's the truth. And you know what? I've taken a 2-year sabbatical from fucking life because I had to. It was time. It was too much. I didn't take a fucking breather. It was a 15-year run without the coke, and it was time to go, what the fuck happened? And that's what I've been doing the last 2 years. It's just evaluating. We're 2 weeks away from finishing the book.
Oh, that's awesome.
So today we do chapter 2020, and then the next chapter is how it went down, me leaving, us deciding to close the podcast, me seeing that dude get hit in the head with the fucking 2x4 to 4x4, me seeing the fucking white dude punch the black hooker in the face during Black Lives Matter at CVS on fucking Lancashire.
I don't know if I knew about that.
Yeah, I told you about that when I went to CVS that morning to get my medication, and fucking a white dude was outside talking to a black chick. I don't know what they were saying. I had no idea. I just knew he was a fat dude talking to a hot little skinny black chick at 10 in the fucking morning. But then when I came out, they were still out there, and the argument had escalated. And he kept saying, "Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet?" She was sucking his dick, and she pickpocketed him. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's when you get a blowjob from a hooker, you put your wallet in the fucking back pocket because you're sitting on it. She can't pickpocket you. If you have it in the front wallet, those chicks will pickpocket you. When you're getting your dick sucked, you're looking up at God thinking, what happened? You know what I'm saying? This is the best in the world. Why'd you make me a welder? She's sucking away. She's fucking picking. They could pickpocket you, take a 20 out and put it back in your wallet. That's how good they are. She just took the white dude's wallet and fucking, he kept saying, "Where's my wallet?" And as I was getting in the car, he just punched her with a straight right to the jaw. She dropped and she started yelling, "Where's my pimp?" And then that motherfucking pimp started coming up on his little Mazda packed with fucking death row. He had death row in that fucking car. And that's when it was time for me to leave. I didn't even wait for the cops. I didn't wait. I could have been a good Samaritan and helped her up. That's not my angle.
They have cameras.
Yeah, they got cameras at CBS, and they weren't going to prosecute him anyway. Right now, if you smack somebody in L.A., they'll talk you out of prosecuting.
That's crazy. I was going to ask you, does Mercy miss it at all? Does she ever say, "Oh, I miss L.A., I miss people there"?
Not a peep.
Wow.
Not a peep. Once she came here, I never forget when she first bit into the pizza and her fucking eyes. It was like somebody hit her in the head with a 2x4. She's like, "I'll never go back to California."
Fuck Daniels.
She had one connection. She has two connections to California. Her little girlfriend, and she lives in Garwood.
Okay.
And then her other little girlfriend that they were tight with for about a year. They stayed tight on the phone and shit. And then the mother was supposed to come to Cape May and call my wife. And my wife waited here all week for the fucking phone. Typical LA people. My wife was very upset. She didn't tell Mercy that the family was coming because she had a funny feeling that they were going to pull a California fucking quickie.
Right.
And that's what they did. And Mercy's really tight with that girl. Mercy really likes that girl. But I tell you something. The last 2 or 3 months, she hasn't said nothing about her. In fact, I slipped with her name the other day. I said her name. And she didn't even say, "No, I haven't spoken to her," or nothing. She just polished right through. Listen, I was pissed off for a fucking year, Lee. If you know anything about me, I was really pissed off because I'm Johnny Social. I've been trained in being social. I've been social all my life. And when I moved here, between my wife and my daughter, they were social butterflies. Me? Nobody wanted to meet me. Like, I was like, fuck. You know, but then again, on the other side, I didn't want to create what I created in LA. Like people fucking being my friend because of comedy. I wanted people to be my friend because of me. And I remember I met a few people, and I remember the neighbor across the street, the Pumas. He came to me, like we were friends for about 2 weeks, talking and shit. And one day he's like, "Hey man, I saw a video of you," and I remember that it sucked the energy out of me. It was like somebody had kicked me in the stomach, like, fuck, my secret is out. You know, like I thought these people didn't watch comedy or they didn't know anything about podcasts. But I didn't adjust like they did. They were out the box. They were going to parties after a week, meeting people after a week. I'm sitting down here, I had to drive all the way to North Bergen to talk to my friends and whatnot.
Well, I mean, I was listening to you on Rogan, and I think what you said made a lot of sense. That, you know, you went from Jersey to Colorado to Seattle to LA, all that shit happened, and you don't have... I had a minuscule version of that happen. And I still, like, it still blows my mind that as many people watched and listened to the church as they did. Like, I don't really understand. I understand, but I really don't. That people all around the world for 10 years, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, whatever, listen to the podcast. It doesn't really make sense to me. I still haven't really fully accepted that happened.
It's very funny that right now I have the joint and the numbers are maybe a quarter of what the church did. And it doesn't bother me. Like I could sleep at night, I'm okay with it because I didn't know where the church was going. We never really knew what the church was going. We just kept doing it and kept getting high and kept increasing the numbers on the edibles. And, you know, we didn't know where the fuck it was going, but it was big. And you look at some of those YouTube numbers, they've been stolen and they've been fucking put up. So we don't really have a gauge on what they've done.
Right.
But now, looking back, after a year and a half of not doing it, I'm very proud of the church.
Yeah, hell
You know,
yeah.
I'm very proud of the church. When I look at the church now, it's like looking at I Love Lucy in black and white. You know, that was what a podcast was then. We tried to, do the best we can, and we did the best we can. We got to a lot of people. Our message was, the message that, and the message still continues in my life, that doesn't matter what happened to you. Doesn't matter what you did. You could always create a second chance for yourself. That's what I always call the church and the joint. They're second chance podcast. They're for misfits. They're for people who've been made to feel like they don't belong. And guess what? They do belong. It was like me for years, man, and still, I still feel like I don't belong. As a stand-up, I never felt included. And then as a human being, I never felt included. So it just ran with that. And I know people who listen to it feel the same way. We've never been included in the big things. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm friends with Joe, and I'm friends with Ari, and I'm friends with Bert. But look at that Netflix special. Look at those Netflix specials and who they give them to. They have a certain clientele, and I was never one of them. I was never one of them for anything. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Chelsea. But I kept overcoming and kept pushing forward. You can't worry about what you don't accomplish. You have to worry about what you do accomplish and what's next, And I think we did that with the church. We really raised the bar on podcasting as because it wasn't an information podcast.
Right.
It was an escape podcast. Go, listen. That's what I wanted to create. I didn't want people to sit there and be like, fucking, we can't miss this word because we're going to... No. It's an escape podcast. You put it on for an hour and a half, you smoke a joint, and you take the ride with them. More so like a Pink Floyd album or a Led Zeppelin album. I'm not saying I'm Jimmy Page or Robert Plant, but what I'm saying is that's what we were going for, that tag along. I didn't want to go on there and be smarter than you and compete with Bill Maher. Bill Maher is Bill Maher, John Oliver is John Oliver, Rogan's Rogan, and we're who the fuck we are. If
Right.
we would have put fake shirts on, I don't think the podcast would have done that well. And that when I see a podcast that's not doing well, that's like a friend of mine, I'll check it out, and I'll see that those two people on that podcast, or those three people or four people, are each trying to be something else. If you keep it to yourself and keep it in your world and in your lane and what you talk about, everything will be okay. I didn't go on there. Even now, I don't go on here talking about vaccines, not because I don't want to compete with Rogan, because I don't know anything about that shit.
Right.
Rogan stays up for days reading all that shit. I don't want to read about vaccines and MRAs and, but he did, and he presents knowledge to you, and that's great. But even when I went on Rogan last week, it was a feel-good podcast. You weren't going to learn nothing from that.
Right. But I think, and I don't know Rogan that well, but I think even if Rogan didn't have the podcast, he'd probably be interested in some of that stuff. I think the church did a great job of showing who you were. And we had a lot of fun, but there were some serious podcasts, but it wasn't to be serious. It was just because that's where the conversation went. It was a window into your and my life. It was who we were for a decade in LA.
I love that we kept it 100%, like they say. We're keeping it real, 100, We're keeping it 100 and shit. I like that we never sailed above who we were. That was very big, and I think that was what people enjoyed from it, that we weren't trying to be anybody. Still to this day, I'm not trying to be anybody. I don't give a fuck what you think of me. I'm a fucking douchebag that started cracking jokes, and somebody liked them, and here we are, and now I don't want to do none of that shit anymore, Lee.
Really?
I like to come on here and tell people, I'd like to be not honest. Yeah, honest, and go, well, not honest. I like to be optimistic and go, yeah, I'm going to get on stage by June. I have no fucking idea. I know
You don't miss it at all?
I spoke to somebody last night from LA, from my LA days. I spoke to him for about 45 minutes. I love this guy. I love him with all my heart. It was a difficult fucking conversation. I saw what I lost when I left LA. I lost that stupid LA chitter chatter. that people
Right.
bring to you. I loved this guy last night. I almost hung up on him 10 times because it was that fucking Hollywood chitter-chatter. And it was funny, when I got here, right away, I caught that Hollywood chitter-chatter, and I tried to get it out of my world. I'm like, I'm getting this. I got to get this out of my fucking world, you know? And little by little, I did. And Rogan asked me the other day, he goes, you know, you never really liked that Hollywood thing. No. Who likes people lying to you? Who likes people looking in your face and telling you one thing, then 2 weeks later it's something? I didn't like none of that shit. Right. You know, I saw when I watched the Super Bowl, I saw that I saw everything I had left behind. You know, the Super Bowl is the fucking biggest event in the country, and all the celebrities were there. Jennifer Lopez with those fucking stupid fucking glasses on, dancing like somebody wants to see that old pussy that's been worn out. Like I said last week, she fucked everybody in that fucking employee fucking area. You know, Matt Dillon with a fucking mustache looking like Joe fucking Homo, like he's about to make a porno with 6 fucking gay guys in West Hollywood. And then The Rock. Like, here's a guy that I don't get anymore. What, America? You can't tell a dude does steroids? The guy is a walking fucking contradiction. All of them are. All those Hollywood guys are a walking fucking contradiction. You didn't see Brad Pitt there. He was busy getting his dick sucked by 8 fucking illegal immigrants somewhere in Africa. He don't give a fuck. But all that shit, I left that behind. Like, I didn't want no part. That was bullshit to me. Like, how aren't people seeing this shit? That you've eaten more steroids than half those football players on the field, and you're not even playing fucking football, and you're out there yelling and screaming you came full circle. Go fuck yourself. I'm so sick of all that. That's what I got sick of, Lee. And I got sick of that shit like in 2018. Like, there's nothing I hated more than waiting for somebody who didn't have a podcast. Like, somebody who wanted to be a guest on the show and didn't have a podcast, they were always late. You know, I've thought about moving into a studio up north, but I'm like, Mike, we're going to drive an hour, and this motherfucker's going to be a half hour late, and I don't even want to get that started because I'll throw people out the window now. I'm not in the mood for that shit.
If they show up at all.
Yeah, if they show up at all. It was fucking a nightmare. Even with these Zooms now, I'm like, you talk to somebody a week later, I can't do Tuesday, I can't do, well, go fuck yourself when I called you last week. So I'll just do it myself. I'll come on here and talk shit for a fucking hour, but all that shit had to disappear from my life. It had to, you know, everything, you have to think about everything. Just fucking do it, like Nike. What are we thinking about? What are you, fucking Copernicus? What is there to fucking think about? And they talk and they want to meet. Get the fuck out of here. Just get on stage. Write the 10 jokes and get on fucking stage. Right.
See, I was never anywhere close to your level of stand-up. I haven't done it in a few months. I miss doing stand-up, but I never, like, I wasn't doing it for a living. I was just doing it for fun. And to be honest, what I miss more than actually doing stand-up is I miss doing it with Eric and all those guys out in LA. I miss that part of it.
The camaraderie of stand-up is a beautiful fucking thing.
Yeah.
I've been in prison. That's one thing that beats everything by a mile. The camaraderie of comedy. It really is something when you're all on even ground and you're all looking for the same, you're all wanting the same thing. There's nothing like my comedy friends, and I'll never, ever forget them. That's like going to fucking jail with 4 people. It's like going to Vietnam. You know, that's the camaraderie, to go out. You don't think I miss comedy? I miss the simplicity. I miss the waiting all day to do 6 minutes. I don't miss the professional side of comedy.
Right.
I miss that struggle side of comedy. But now it wouldn't be a struggle. It would just be a struggle to get new material.
You think so?
Yes. I can't fucking write comedy anymore. My comedy fucking chops have disintegrated. I've tried to fucking write comedy, and every once in a while I come up with a fucking gem, but nah.
Dude, I went to hundreds of shows with you. I remember with either you or the Priest. We were driving down to that first album recording. You looked over at me and said, I don't know what I'm going to say. I have nothing to say. Did one set, and it went to #1 on iTunes for a month. I don't know. I think you could do it. Do you miss that? Do you miss, like, making people laugh? Like that laugh? Like when there's a big laugh and I didn't get that many of them? That I miss.
Listen, you miss a blowjob. Everybody misses a blowjob, right? You miss a blowjob. You know you don't miss the ear beating you catch after they suck your dick and swallow. Now you got to take a half-hour ear beating with sperm breath. You know, you're smelling your fucking sperm in the air, and she's telling you about her life, and, you know, she wants to be a star, and she wants to meet Kanye West, you know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was two.
Is that the freeze pipe? Which one's that?
That's the death pipe. You know, what are we talking about?
About I feel like it came through the screen. About missing getting laughs. About missing comedy.
I miss the laughs, but I don't miss what comes with it. I gotta hear your ear beating. I gotta hear your story about how you ran over your mother, and you gotta, you know, I gotta fucking take a picture and get a shot of bad breath in my neck or deodorant. I
used to love that.
Being late. I miss little. I don't miss those things.
I used to love when you would do the meet and greets, and someone would put their arm around you, like on the early show, and then the late show, you would come back pissed.
Oh my
you
God!
You would be
'Cause
pissed
they
in the
smell
green
like
room.
onions and shit. How would you like to go on stage smelling like a fucking onion, knowing it's not you? It's not you. I don't mind smelling like a fucking onion and dealing with it. Number one, I never go out of my way to smell like a fucking onion. I always try to wash your armpits and your ass. My car smells like pure, straight, rotten fucking ass. This morning I was thinking, I got to go not blow this thing apart. I got to go armor all this, blow this apart, and take that little place where my asshole sits and like fucking chop it up with fucking...
Cut it out.
Yeah, you just need a new seat. Jesus Christ.
You dare enter this motherfucking house, cocksucker.
I love it.
So you're coming down in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Not this weekend and not the following weekend, but the weekend after that, because Terry's leaving the weekend after that for Nashville.
Okay, I'll tell you
the
my girlfriend's kid has a birthday, but I'm sure it'll work out.
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the calendar,
Bring
but
the
I
kid.
can't wait to come down.
Bring the fucking kid. We're gonna take him skinny dip and the whole fucking thing here.
Oh, you would lose their mind. I've been with her for 7 months. The stuff that I see now, I can't imagine doing what you used to do when Mercy was that young. Like 6 in the morning, they're running. The 4-year-old, I shaved my beard. The 4-year-old yelled at me and said, "I don't like Lee's face. Go back to your room."
That's
I don't.
What he said to you?
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't. She doesn't fuck around. I don't know how you do it, man. I'm with her a couple days a week, doing it all day, every day, and then you're going out to the store till 2 in the morning. Jesus.
Like I said, I had to pick a fucking flag. And that's why I picked the flag of my family for right now. Lee, for right now, she needs me. She's at an age where she likes to come home to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
She really had a hard time last Wednesday when I left for the day. She had a hard time that morning when I left. And that night when I got home, she was fucking sleeping on my chair waiting for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that whole game has changed. We've all changed, and I'm happy that we did what we did. Every month, and I look at you, the other day when I saw that video, I can't tell you, I got to be honest, it brought a tear to my eye. Like, I was very happy for you. I'm very happy for what you've done. I knew you always had it. If I would have checked on you now and you would have been heavier than when you left, I don't think I'd be talking to you no more. Because I knew you were a month away from giving up. But you didn't give up, Lee, and you look great.
Thank you, man.
And you got a lot of great things happening in your future. Who knows? Maybe one day when I quit the podcast, you and Mike will get together and start up a fucking production company.
Do it now.
And be the 2 biggest motherfuckers out in the podcasting arena right now, you know? But
Let's do it. No, I appreciate it, man. I did. There was a few months where I still ate the way I did, but it's crazy. It's going to be like a year and a half now, whatever it's been since we left. And I appreciate it. I miss you. I'm excited to meet. I'm excited to meet Mike and all that stuff. But it's because it's scary. There's a lot of people, you know, whether you lose a job, you break up, it's a scary thing to basically start over. But I don't know. It's so far things have turned out pretty well. Let's hope they
really fucking well. If I consider it, I tell you, the name of this podcast episode is "You Got to Hit Rock Bottom before you start pointing those missiles up. And you did that. You didn't hit rock bottom in a professional way. You hit rock bottom as a physical way. You know,
Physically,
you were just,
yeah.
I think that just everything about LA, the only thing that made you forget about what the fuck you're doing is stuff in your goddamn face.
Yeah.
And I had the same problem in LA, brother. It wasn't just you. You know, me and my wife only missed one thing. Yum Yum fucking donuts. That's one thing all three of us have come to conclusion that we do miss Yum Yum fucking donuts.
They're
Nice
pretty.
little
There's no
chocolate
donuts by you. I just haven't. I can't have a donut. There's no donuts
there's
at all.
great donuts. I'm not in search of a fucking donut. It's not like I drive around looking for a donut. I'm sure in time you do. Cocksucker.
Oh, there's a place called Rocco's in Worcester that I look on Instagram all day. I'll bring you some when I come and visit. It's supposed to be fucking outrageous, but I don't. Oh, I love donuts. Dude, I would eat a dozen donuts in a day. I would go to Yum Yums. You saw that girl knew me at Yum Yum Donuts.
She
I would
knew
go
everybody.
in there.
She was great. That girl has probably gotten robbed 8 times since we fucking left. They got 22 Mexicans in there now. One with a Beretta, one dressed like Pancho Villa with the bullets across his fucking chest. No, that's the name of this podcast. Because I think I hit rock bottom at an emotional level. That's why I was all fucked up and the Xanax and everything. And I think that you were just lost on what, you had to do. You would go home at night. It was kind of a sad existence for both of us, to be honest with you. You were working a lot of hours. We both were putting in a lot of hours. We didn't even enjoy life. Now we're enjoying life on our fucking terms. So I'm happy you came on today. Thank you for the happy birthday video.
Thank you.
I'm happy the hummus tasted like the skin on my dick, the turtleneck. You'll never
I'll bring you
eat
some.
that
If you try a little bit, it's good. Just don't eat a whole spoonful.
I wouldn't try that shit if you put fucking pussy juice in it. You understand me?
You tried ranch. You gotta try a little hummus.
But I tried ranch when they had the cinnamon in it, the fucking hot sauce up in
Sriracha.
Portland.
Yeah. I'll bring you spicy hummus.
No, I don't want no spicy hummus. All right, take that hummus and put it on your toes and see how it snips. You're gonna smell it and go, fuck, this smells like the fucking 7-Eleven where I go to get lottery tickets. You still playing the lottery?
Fucking never win.
Well, I suggest
Never.
Dog, you're the fucking mush of mush. They give you the ticket ripped up. When you push the lottery, he don't even push it into the computer. He knows it's $2 that goes straight in his pocket.
I found out we placed the same bet on. I was on DraftKings when I was in Philly because it's legal there. That Cincinnati +4 was nice. That was a good bet.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, that was a good.
If I would have known you
That saved
better,
my
I would have
night.
fucking. Did you take the under too?
No, I fucked up. I did the Cincinnati +4, but the night before I did the UFC and fucking basically lost half. So I ended up winning $60. But
I lost my first fight in the UFC, but then I came back strong with Tia, with the dude who drinks out of the shoe.
Tai Tuivasa, I won that one. That one
and I
saved
got
me
a
a little
profit
bit.
boost from fucking DraftKings. And then Sunday, I bet that. I lost all my props, but fucking Cincinnati and the under was strong. Representing DraftKings today, even though a lot of people ain't betting right now. You'll be back for March Madness.
Yeah.
DraftKings is fun, so we'll be back for March fucking Madness. But I love you.
Love you
The
too, buddy.
countdown begins. We'll make some videos when you're down here and show these motherfuckers what it's like to eat at Empire Szechuan, because I know that's the #1 place you want to go to. We'll get you a little General Chow.
Yes.
We'll get you a fucking Szechuan twice cooked pork.
Yes.
Delicious. We'll get a couple egg rolls, seafood dumplings.
Okay.
Get a couple sushi rolls. We'll mix the flags against my beliefs. You don't know what it's like to eat some nice fucking twice cooked pork and inhale a nice fucking soft crab shell sushi. Ooh, dipped in wasabi. You feel your asshole puckering up like fucking Lindsay Lohan's fucking pussy lips. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I was banned from eating sushi. You said I was too boring eating sushi.
I'll be because you eat like shit. You eat shit. You eat California roll and 2 pieces of shrimp. You couldn't even die. You can't even get like a fucking sushi disease or a Japanese. Remember that lady a couple of weeks ago who went to an all-you-could-eat Japanese sushi place and she fucking went to the hospital and they interviewed her. She's like, I'm going back to eat again. You fucking jamoke, that fucking standstill sushi that's been there for 2 hours. That's what you. But when you come here, I'm going to turn you onto some soft shell crab.
Okay.
Some fucking octopus tongue.
Okay.
Some fucking whale fucking asshole. They have whale asshole. These Chinese people eat right here in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Not that fucking. I tell you, the sushi at Sushi Dan was world class, bro. It was expensive as fuck. You went in there and got raped for lunch, $50 for lunch by yourself. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck, my wife's gonna kill me, but god damn, this is
They have a good happy hour. If anyone ever goes back, they have
dog.
like
They
4
do
to
have a
5
good
or something.
fucking happy. They got the spicy tuna.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tempori. They got a nice fucking tempori, whatever the fuck it is.
Tempura. Yeah.
That's 13 fucking Weight Watcher points.
Oh yeah. It's fucking fried.
Just a piece of shrimp. A shrimp is 0.
I know.
You got 13 fucking 14 points. So if you put a couple fucking yellowtail and some masagi, whatever, that fucking Australian sauce, you're fucking over the point limit. So I had to stop. And it's true, they put sugar in that rice.
Oh, I'm sure they
That
do.
shit that makes it sticky is not good for you. I just read that and then somebody told me about it. So, hey, what do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to stay
knows?
alive. I love you, cocksucker. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Not this weekend. Not the following weekend, March 4th, but the following if you can. If not, we'll do the following.
Okay.
We'll do a podcast on Sunday. We'll take it right to Empire Szechuan, and you get in the car with Mom and shoot up. I'll give you a couple ABX fucking edibles for the drive. You'll stop every 20 minutes to write your suicide note.
I can't wait.
I love you. Stay black. Have a great day. Thank you for coming on the joint, cocksucker. I love you and I miss you.
Love and miss you too, buddy. Thank you,
Stay
Mike.
black. You got it, Tarzan. Hit it, Mike. Yo, we're back. I'm happy you fucking enjoyed it, man. It was great to see him. We had some great laughs. You know, I could, you guys see that when we're together, we get right back to it. Listen, a lot of people say to me, even my wife said to me one day, she goes, would you ever consider bringing it back? I go, not in a million fucking years. You see Seinfeld bringing back his show? No. And as much as whatever I think about Seinfeld, I tell you, he's very smart. And he knows that you can never, you know, Led Zeppelin should come back. I think they would never fucking be even a third of what they were. Because you can't capture lightning in a fucking bottle. Even if Kurt Cobain made a comeback today. If Kurt walked out of a fucking casket, you think Nirvana would be jamming? Fuck no. It's different. It was a certain time and a place and time where that was all great. I really enjoyed my open mic days. I really fucking did. And now sitting here after 2 years of just sitting here and thinking, Jesus Christ, the best part of my career was my open mic. I miss that camaraderie and I miss all that. And it wasn't comedy on a professional level that I miss by no means. I don't miss theaters and comedy clubs. I miss doing the open mics where you went and you split an order of onion rings. That was your fucking dinner. That was your dinner. That was, you need 30 grams of protein. Fuck you. I lived on a half order of fucking onion rings. That's why I got the 450 fucking pounds, but that's what you did. And that was the beauty of it, that camaraderie. Nobody cared about being fucking on TV. Nobody cared about having a #1 CD. All you cared about was being funny. That's what I ended up missing. And in time, I think that I'll miss that so much that I'll just go and do open mics or something and get a fucking couple laughs and go home just as a hobbyist. I do miss that. You know, Lee asked me, do you miss it? I do miss that part of it, but I don't miss everything else that fucking comes with it. So that's where I'm at, guys. I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed the podcast this week. I'm happy we're on fucking Spotify. Oh, shit. And that's it and that's that. I love you, motherfuckers. Thank you for watching this week. Have a great week. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. And we're on, motherfuckers. Next week, it's fucking March. So stay black. Have a great week. And I'll see you motherfuckers Monday morning. Tip top Magoo. Love you. All right, I want to thank Lee Syatt. I want to thank Mike, but most importantly, I want to thank you motherfucking savages for always having my back. The joint is brought to you by ExpressVPN. Listen, you've heard me talk about how important it is to have a VPN to protect your online privacy, especially if you're like me, you like to see creepy things. But choosing a VPN you trust is just as important. You know, Uncle Joey, I only bring you what I believe in 100%. And ExpressVPN is the best VPN on the market, point blank, period. ExpressVPN does not log into your activity line. Lots of cheap VPNs sell your data to advertisers, but not ExpressVPN. It's faster than ever. You could stream in HD with zero buffering, and it's simple. You don't need no technical skills. Just fire up the app, tap one button to connect, and tip-top Magoo. you're looking at people jumping off cliffs in fucking Bangkok. And I'm not just saying this. Business Insider, The Verge, and others rate ExpressVPN the #1 VPN in the world. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Protect yourself with VPN and use the one I trust. ExpressVPN.com/Joey today. And I'm going to get you an extra 3 months on a 1-year package. Who's better than your Uncle Joey? Nobody. That's ExpressVPN.com/Joey. Visit ExpressVPN for more info. The joint is also brought to you by CBD Lion. Listen, with me for 3 years. I use it every fucking single day in different facets of my life. Sometimes I put the tape on for my knee. Sometimes I take the liquid that you put under your tongue. Tremendous. I take the gummies to sleep, the bath ball when I'm feeling sore. Tremendous. So do yourself a favor. Go to cbdlion.com and read the third-party lab results. You're going to be blown the fuck away. How you lived without CBD all these lives, I don't know. Even Whoop ask you at the end of the day when you wake up in the morning, did you use your CBD products today? What does that tell you? cbdlion.com, press Joey, and I'm going to get you 20% off delivered to your house. The joint is also brought to you by a tremendous, tremendous product, Liquid IV. If you're thinking about getting that summer body, listen, make sure your gym bag has some Liquid IV in it. Why? Because it's tremendous. I love it. Since I got COVID, I learned to drink it. And oh my God, the cherry, the grape, the fucking passion fruit, the pina colada, they will rock your world. 1 stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water hydrates you faster than water alone or anything else on the market. It's made with premium ingredients. It's vegan, non-GMO, and gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. It's just free. And they're supporting frontline workers to stay healthy with over 19 million servings donated so far. Liquid IV, they care, and that's why I love them. Grab Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco. It's going to cost you some money. So what I'm going to do is, and just for the joint listeners, I'm going to get you 25% off that price sticker. When you go to liquidiv.com, use code Joey. That's liquidiv.com, use code Joey. That's 25% off anything you order, whether it's the immune, the energy, or the regular. And I'm going to get you 25% off anything when you use promo code Joey at liquidiv.com. Experience better hydration, liquidiv.com today. Use promo code Joey. I want to thank Liquid IV. I want to thank ExpressVPN. I want to thank CBD Lion. I want to thank BetterHelp, Blue Chew for a big dick, and Lucy for helping me stop smoking. I love you motherfuckers. Have a great week. And I also want to thank ONNIT for making my brain sharp again. I love you motherfuckers. Have a great week, and I'll see you Monday the 28th. Tip top Magoo. Stay black.